Okay, welcome to my new beer channel. I don't have a name for it. That's a beer review channel, and I'll review some other things too, like whiskeys and wines that my wife and I try. But this is mostly a beer review channel. I'm a big beer snob, so it's the name of the channel is probably going to be along the lines of beer snob or something like that. But I have to make sure nobody else has that, and how I have to change that if somebody else does have it, etc. But this is my very first video on a review for a beer, okay? And this is just from my phone. So, my first beer that for this channel, I thought it would be fitting. I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and Fall City Beer, the brewery, is downtown Louisville. Now, I know what you're thinking. Fall City, that's garbage. And it used to be. Fall City Beer has come a long way since when we were kids. It was the cheap beer, it was the Anheuser-Busch, it was the Stroh's, the Hams, the Old Milwaukee, and Fall City. It's not anymore. It's a craft beer now. And they have a lot of different varieties, a lot of different styles. Pilsners, which is what I'm reviewing today. They have IPAs, they have several other styles, and differences in some of the styles, like IPAs. They'll have a few different IPAs in that style. But this one we're reviewing today is Fall City Beer Premium Pilsner. I just thought it would be fitting to try to get as close to the original Fall City beer that we all had when we were kids. You know, that cheap garbage beer. It's not that anymore. I've had a bunch of their beers, and I've had this one many times. I absolutely love Fall City beers. They have come a long, long way. We got our Pilsner glass. One of the first things that I usually look for, I try to get, it's hard to find, and I'm going to have this on all my videos, is the date. Yeah, that's right. Beers should have a date. Whether if it's the date it was canned or the freshness date, should have a date. It gives you some idea of just how old that beer is. Okay? Some of these beers have been sitting on the shelves for a year or more. Several months, okay. You know, you want to get them as fresh as possible. You want to make sure they're not skunked. Pilsner, the Fall City, it does have a date. They do date it. And this one is canned October 15th, 22. So not too bad. You'd be surprised. Some of them are way past that. And some of them are earlier, but that's not too bad. That's when it was canned. And it's in a can, which is good. You always want to try to get the cans when you can. Yeah, cans when you can. But anyway, let's try this out. It's the can, what it says on it, it says Fall City Beer. Now their cans are very plain. They don't have a lot of style, a lot of flash, you know, like some of the others, like the ones, some of the canners, some of the breweries that have cartoons on them and things like that. And that's fine, whatever. Yeah, you know, trying to think of the one that does that a lot, but there's several of them now. But Fall City just does a plain can like this. It's different colors. This might be red or it might be green, but it's basically this can. Okay, the can says on it, it's Fall City, of course. It's a premium Pilsner. It does have the alcohol content, which is 4.9. Should have worn my glasses. And it says a little bit, you know, the government warning. We all know alcohol is bad for us. And that's about it. There's a little bit of stuff here on the top. Grand Pilsner Hope Columbus Crystal Fall City Brewing Company. Classic Premium Pilsner. Now, I don't know what some of that was, but This is canned here in Louisville, Kentucky. The brewery is right downtown. Let's go to the next one. The style of beer, of course, is a Pilsner, obviously. The ABV I went over. Price range, these beers are generally cheap. This 6-pack right here was like $8 or $9. So, you know, they can go, and it's going to differ depending on where you are. If you have a hard time getting it, it's going to cost more. If you live around here, $8 or $9. Now I know Falls City used to be, you know, $2 or $3 for a 6-pack. For a 12-pack, you could get it for like $4. It's not that beer anymore. Get that out of your head. It's not that cheap beer anymore. Let's see. Okay, let's open this up. And it's a Pilsner, so you don't have to worry too much about, you know, any other things when you open it. Just do a lager Pilsner pour. When you pour your beer, you really want to try to get you a decent little head on it. You want to use the proper glass. This is a Pilsner. This is a Pilsner glass. It's pretty much Pilsner color. This is pretty much typical of a Pilsner. There's a lot of carbonation there. That's typical of a lager Pilsner. Let's smell it. You want to get that aroma. Very bready, biscuity. It's a Pilsner. That's normal. But that, yeah, that's about all I'm getting on it. It's a good beer. It's very tasty. It's a Pilsner. It's easy to drink. It's a little more expensive for a lawn mowing beer, but you could. But it's a delightful beer. It's very, you know, not much of a head. It's a Pilsner. You're not going to get a head. The color is normal, taste and aroma. It's a Pilsner. But it's a good Pilsner. It's very good. It's very biscuity, indicative of Pilsners. Yeah, I, as I said before, I would definitely buy this beer, as I have many times over. I'm going to be drinking it tonight at a party, so I got me something to take with me. And yes, this is a really good beer. Take a good look at that beer. Very fresh, very crisp. It's what a Pilsner should be. It's not as lagerish. It's Pilsner. Remember, it's a Pilsner. So it is going to be a slight bit more bitter if you like that, but not much. And it's very tasty, very smooth, easy to drink. Yeah, I definitely recommend this beer. I'm going to be drinking the hell out of that tonight. All right, like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully by the time I get this video up, I'll put the name of it on there and the name of the channel and get some more of these out. I want to try to get a couple of them out per week. But like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy a good beer. Or any other drink. Enjoy what you like.